guys, so welcome back again yet to another video with me, Bono Crochets, and today I'll be showing you how to make that awesome shrug that you just saw in the introduction video. And it's very easy and simple to make. You just need to get yourself some yarn and a crochet hook. So to make this shrug top, you'll need to make 2 panels of same size using the same pattern. And for me, I just decided to make something that is very easy, and anyone, even if you're just a beginner, you can make this shrug top for yourself. So I went with different stitch patterns. As you can see, we started with the V stitches, then just the normal regular double crochets, a treble crochets, then we have here the granny stitches, and basically you just, whatever you do back down here, you're going to repeat it here at the top. So let's start making the shrug. I'm going to demonstrate making the shrug just using a different yarn because I already made my panels, so I'll just make like a demo of it so that you guys can understand the process of how I made the shrug top. So to start off, you're going to take your yarn and you're going to make a long chain. The long chain you're going to make is from one side of your hand to the other palm of your hand. So when you stretch your arms widest, you have to make sure that the chain that you make fits your arm from one palm to the other palm. So I'm going to start with the chain, the slip knot, then I'm going to chain a long chain. But for this, since the demonstration, I'm just going to count a few chains so that I can show you how many chains you're going to need. It doesn't matter that right now you need to count the chains, because later on you're just going to make a long chain. Just make a long chain that fits your palm from one hand, from one side of the palm to the other palm when you spread your hands. So we're going to make, first thing is the long chain. Make sure the chain is very long because you want something, you don't need something that is going to reach your palm somewhere around here. You need something that's going to reach at least here, so that, you know, sometimes the crochet can't stretch, but sometimes it can shrink. So I'm just going to make a long chain like so. This is just for demonstration purposes, because for just demonstration purposes, but to make the shrug you have to measure your size. So after making the chains, you're going to first chain 3 more at the end, and you're going to count from the 4th stitch from the chain. So that's 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th stitch you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet inside the same chain space like so. And what you have created is something that looks like a V. So you're going to repeat the same thing that you have just done. You're going to take your hook, you're going to skip 2 chains, so 1, 2, and in the 3rd chain you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet inside the same chain space. Skip 2 chains. In the next chain you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet inside the same chain space. So you're going to repeat this process all the way up to the last chain. You're going to repeat this process all the way up to the last chain. And remember, the same way you started your crochet is the same way you're going to end your crochet. So we started our crochet with a chain 3, and the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So we are going also to end it with a double crochet the same way. So we have reached the end of our chain, and you're going to finish off as we started with a single double crochet. So guys, here's the process, here's the place I wanted to show you. So if you made a longer chain and you still have some rows left over here, you can just go on and cut off the excess part, or you can just leave it, the extra chains, and later on when you are joining the 2 parts you can cut off and join them. But our first row is done, and you're going to do this for 3 rows. So this is my first row. I'm going to make 2 more rows for the V stitches, and to do that I'm going to chain 3. The chain 3 counts as my first double crochet, which is this one here. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to place V stitches inside the V, not in this chain space but inside here. So you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet inside the same chain space. So you're putting a V stitch inside the V stitch, double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. So make sure your V stitches are inside the V stitch. chain 1, again another double crochet. So I'm going to do this all the way up to the end here. I'm going to finish it off at the top of my chain 3. So here we have our 2 rows of V-stitches, the first row of V-stitch and the second row. So next I'm going to do the same thing and do a 3rd row of V-stitches, and then I'll meet you guys. So I've already went ahead and finished my 3rd row of the V-stitch, and this is what we'll be having left. We'll be having after you're done with the rows. So next we are going to the next pattern, and the next pattern is the rows of the double crochet. And to do this, it's easy. You're just going to chain 3, turn your work, and in each and every stitch you're going to place a double crochet. So remember, in the middle of the V-stitch we had a chain 1 space, so you're placing a single crochet inside it. So in each and every stitch you're just going to place a double crochet all the way until the end. So I'm done with my row of the double crochets, and next we are going to the row of the treble crochets. To make the treble crochet, I'm first going to chain 3. So the 3 counts as my first double crochet. Then I'm going to chain 2 more, 1, 2. This will make the treble crochet, and also I'm going to chain 2 more, which will be the chain space inside the treble crochet. So after chaining the 7, so in total I have 7 chains. Then after here I'm going to skip 2 chains, so 1, 2, and in the 3rd one I'm going to wrap my yarn 2 times on my hook, so that's 1 and 2. And I'm going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the 3rd one I'm going to place a double crochet followed by another double crochet on top, and then finishing it off. So this is what I mean by a treble crochet. I'm going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to chain 2, then I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook 2 times, so that's 1, 2. I'm going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and in the 3rd one I'm placing a double crochet and another double crochet on top and finishing it off. So you're going to repeat this all the way until the end. Remember to chain the 2, skip 2 chains down. So unfortunately at the end you'll be left with 3 chains. Don't panic, it's going to be it's okay. So you're going here, instead of chaining 2, you're actually going to chain 3. So you chain 3 and you finish off with the last treble crochet. So that's 1 2 3, and in the last chain you're going to repeat the treble. So that's 1 2 3. So that was our 1 2 3 4. So this is our 5th row. So you're going now to the next row, which will be the same row like this. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work around, and you're going to return the same number of stitches which you just did. So here we had to chain 3, so you're going to repeat the 3 double crochets. So that's 1 2 3. So on top of the treble, remember we also have a chain down, so you're going to place a double crochet there and just repeat the same. So where we have the chain 2, you're placing 2 double crochets inside them, like so. So here we have to chain 2 because it's the beginning of the chain. So you're going to place 1 double crochet, the second one, and then you're going to count 5. So this is 1 2 3, it's our first double crochet, 4 5, this is our 5th double crochet, and you're going to place a double crochet in the 5th stitch. So there we have the row. So from here on, that's when we start working with the granny stitches. So we're going to chain 3, turn our work around, and here we're going to place 2 double crochet inside the first chain. So you're going to place 2 double crochets here, and this is going to be our first granny stitch. You're going to skip 2 chains, so that's 1 2, and in the next chain you're placing another granny stitch, so that's 3 double crochets. 3. You're going to skip 2 chains. In the next one you're going to place a granny stitch again, and you're going to repeat this all the way until the last chain. Skip 2 chains. In the next one you're placing skip 2. So by now at least you know the pattern. Skip 2, and you can see that if you skip 2, the place where you place the granny stitch is actually on top of the treble. So here we have our granny stitch, and the last place you're going to place the granny stitch, you're going to skip 1 2, and we're going to finish off. So for the granny stitch, since we started the granny stitch, we're not going to finish with the granny stitch, you're actually going to finish with the chain double crochet. So you're just going to chain 1, because remember here we have chain 3, 1 2 3, so we have to chain the 1 because it represents the chain 3. So and you're going to finish it off here with the double crochet, like that. So to start off, you're going to start right now the next row, you're going to chain 3. So that's our first double crochet, and remember guys, we need to place, you're going to place now 3 double crochets inside here, 3 because it represents the 3 chains. So you're going to continue this process for a total of 4 rows, making the granny squares. So this is my second row, and in my top I decided to make 4 rows of the granny stitches. So you're going to proceed and make 2 more extra rows, and once you have the 4 rows, I'll meet you guys. So I have already finished making my 4 rows of the granny stitches. So remember, we started with the V stitch, the double crochet, the treble, the double crochet again, then we have the granny squares. So right now, not the granny square but the granny stitch. So next we're going to go back to this pattern over here, which is just the normal regular double crochets. So I'm going to chain 3 and I'm going to turn my work around, and in each and every stitch you're just going to place a double crochet all the way until the end. So that is our row of the double crochet. So as I told you before, you're going to repeat now the same thing we did down here. This pattern down here is the same thing we're going to repeat up here. The only difference is that we needed to add this section over here for the granny stitches. So we're going to go back to repeat this same pattern, and we're going to start with the treble. So I'm going to chain my 7, turn my work around. I'm going to skip 2 stitches, so that's 1, 2, and in the third one I'm placing a double crochet. So 1, 2, but I'm just going to check down here which side it was. So this side was the side of the 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. So instead of chaining 7, actually, sorry, I'm going to chain 8. So I'm going to repeat the same thing, treble crochet, skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in the fourth one I'm placing my treble crochets. So you can see whatever we have down here we're going to have on top here. So I'm going to chain 2, wrap my yarn around 2 times, skip 2 chains. In the next chain I'm placing the treble, chain 2, wrap my yarn 2 times, so you see the same places where we have our chain, it's where it's going to be on top here. And this is how the project is looking right now. So I'm just going to continue until the end, and at the end I should finish with chain 2 spaces. So I'm done with my treble row, and I'm going to repeat the same thing. So now I'm back again to repeat this pattern over here, the regular double crochets. So I'm going to chain 3, turn my work around. In the places where I have the chain 2, I'm going to place 2 double crochets, and in the last space, since I have 3 chains, I'll place 3 double crochets. So I'll repeat this all the way until the end. Make sure you don't skip any chain, because you want the V-stitches to be exactly as they are down here. So don't skip or add any chains. The only place you're going to place 3 double crochets, it's at the end. So chain 2 double crochets in the middle and 1 double crochet on top of the treble. So now we're at the last treble, and remember here we have the chain 3. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, and on my 5th chain I'm going to place a double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm placing my double crochets. So this is what I'm having right now. And the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to now making the V-stitches again, and this will be the last part. So I'm going to chain 3, turn your work around. In the next stitch, just after here, this one here, you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet inside. Skip 2 chains, 1, 2. The next chain, repeat the same thing, double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. Skip 2 chains. In the next chain, you're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet. So as you can see, we are back to the same thing. On top of the treble is where we'll be having our double crochet. So this style saves you the time to count or skip 2 chains, because you just know automatically the V-stitch is just going to be on top of the treble. So I'm just double checking. I make sure I have all the V-stitches. I haven't skipped any chain. Chain 1, and the last chain, you're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and place a double crochet over here to finish off the chain pattern. So here is what we're having right now. So from here on, I'm just going to chain 3 again, and I'm going to repeat the V-stitches on top of the V-stitch. Chain 1 and another double crochet. So you're going to repeat the same number of rows that you did down here. So here, if you have 4 rows, you can decide either to do 2 rows at the top or 3 rows or even 4 rows. It depends on how many rows you did. For me, I decided to go with 2 rows instead of 3 rows. So I'm just going to make 3 rows here just for demonstration purposes, but for my project I went for only 2 rows. And also because when making this the project, I ran out of yarn, so I preferred to have 2 rows at the top than to wait for an order of the yarn. And the last chain. So I'm going to finish off the last row right now. Chain 3, turn your work, and making the V stitch is easy, so you just place the V inside the V. So here now we are done with our pattern, and the next thing that you're going to do, this is how it will be looking: the V stitches, the double crochet, the treble, the granny stitches, and at the bottom the same thing that you have on top here. So the next thing, you're just going to measure the size of your neck. So from here I'll just take my real project. That was just for demonstration purposes, and this is my real project, and this is my top part, and this is my bottom part, as you can see. And what I'm going to do right now is just I'm going to measure the size of the neck that I want to leave out. So here's where you're going to use your stitch markers to make the space for your neck, which is somewhere around here, because if you fold the work in the middle, you're going to see the middle point, and here you're just going to mark the space where you want to place your neck, and then the rest of the part you're just going to join them off. So I'm going to join all this up to the end, and I'm also going to join all this other side up to the end. And at the bottom, what you're going to do, because it's a shrug, you're just going to join all the way up to here. But remember, at the next spot you're going to leave a small space, but down here you need to leave a big space because it's going to be covering around your bust area. So at the bottom you're also going to measure the size of your bust, and you're going to leave a wide enough space for your bust. And that's how I was able to make the granny stitches. So guys, thank you for watching this project with me, for watching this video. And if you like my content, please consider clicking the subscribe button, like, share, comment, and tell me your thoughts. What do you think about the shrug, and what do you guys think I should make next on my next video? Thank you so much guys for always sticking with me and subscribing to my channel. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. To my new subscribers, welcome to the channel, welcome to Bono Crochets. I'll see you next in the next video. Remember to be notified that whenever I post a video, remember to click the notification bell, so whenever anytime I post a video, you're notified or receive a notification, and you can watch my next video. I always also do live sections, and you can catch the live of how I did this project, and I'll just post the live videos, the links in the description box. So guys, thank you so much. Remember, by you watching, liking, commenting, this is the way you're going to help me achieve, and also you're going to help me reach my target goal and actually get something out of what I'm making. I enjoy crocheting, and it's my passion, and I love it very much. So thank you guys. See you in the next video. Naraje.